tell us about Susie and the rapport that they feel, at least at the beginning?
Well, Susie is petite and charming and warm, and she has met Judith before. You know, Judith is alone, she doesn't know anybody, she feels very lost. And I feel like I'm neglecting this side of her, so people will be offended by this. Her boyfriend Bobby and Susie's husband worked together in the same law firm. And they met at a law firm party. So she comes into class and she sees Susie and she goes, oh my God, I know someone. And they had actually had a long conversation in the bathroom. They both discovered they were, you know, social workers, and Judith's field of expertise was children with disabilities, and Susie has a disabled daughter. And they all of a sudden they hit it off in the bathroom. You know how women sometimes do. Men don't always do this. I hear they're standing near these beautiful gladiolas, like not near the toilets, you know, the mirrors and the gladiolas. It's a fancy country club because it's a law firm party. And they have a 10-minute conversation. So when she walks into school feeling lonely and lost, and I know somebody, and Susie's very warm to her, it's almost like falling in love. Her experience is home. You know, home. Again, that theme of home. And not only is Susie warm to her and says, you'll be great, I'm so happy you're here, Susie takes her under her wing. Susie is very fond of her, and instantly, almost instantly, invites her to be her co-chair of the Anti-Oppression Committee, which is always chaired by a faculty member and a student, so which is a great honor, especially if it's not to be a first-year student. So there's almost a feeling of Judith's experience is almost a seduction of, you know, she's loved. And actually the first time, and her mother's dead, and Susie is a slave. Come back to body as her mother, this small, petite, cute person, the same field as her mother. And the first time she goes back to Susie's office, Susie wants to introduce her to the committee and give her this big library of pages to read on the history of the committee in preparation for the first meeting. They're standing under, Susie has a plant over her desk, you know, one of these plants, and Judith doesn't know what mistletoe looks like, but she thinks maybe it's mistletoe, maybe she's going to kiss him. And so there's a whole erotic feeling between them, certainly on the side, which again is, I mean, when one wants to be loved, when the body feels a certain way. And Susie's physical, like Judith, she keeps touching her on the arm, and, you know, thinks that whatever the line is between sexual and sensual, it creates a certain kind of bond and intimacy that over time makes Judith feel very safe with Susie and very, very trusting.
And you use a critical word in their description of this relationship. You say it's almost like a seduction. So seduction is not value neutral, right? So Susie's got plans or certain designs for Judith that are not going to quite work out the way either one of them expected. So there's a form of, well, before I get to the form of betrayal, keep that in the back of your mind. I want to talk about how close they feel. Not only is that moment of the mistletoe, but there's one scene where Judith, they have to sit at a table, and Judith looks and she sees Susie's bag is on the chair beside her. It's like, oh, my friend is here. And I felt defensive of Judith, afraid that she was too needy of love, because if your friend's bag on the chair beside you is making a big difference in your life, then something's missing in the rest of your life. So sure enough, something's missing, and then problems ensue. I wouldn't mind talking about Susie's betrayal, and then about betrayal in general.
Well, I just want to comment on bags on tables. I think to return to the concept of physicality. We all know where people sit in the room is really important, and who sits next to you. And you know, you're in a committee, and everybody always sits in the same seats in this particular committee. You know, it's almost, you know, there's some joke in there about how it's almost like, you know, you have reserved seats to a play. I mean, every week, you know, Tim sits here, John sits here, Susie sits here, whatever. And somebody it's not without meaning. If you go to your usual seat, and the person who usually sits next to you picks up their bag and goes to sit next to somebody else. I don't think it's without meaning. It's sort of weird because it's the first time it happens. And I think Judith, you know, I think when you don't want to know something, I think there's that whole issue of knowledge, pre-knowledge, subconscious, you know, all this stuff. When you sense something's wrong and you're not ready to face it, but you subliminally or subconsciously, you're aware something's wrong, and you react emotionally, you feel the pain from it, and then you go, I'm being stupid, it's a curse. That's ridiculous. But she actually picked up on something actually. It is significant that Susie won't sit next to her all of a sudden, right? So it's interesting, like, you know, what does it say about me? I mean, yeah, she's needy, she's low in the country, she has just lost her father, and that's a huge thing for me. It's her second parent, was her only surviving parent. She knows nobody anymore in the place she lived. She longs for her friends who are being blown up, but they are not being blown up. Like, there are a lot of attacks. She's worried, sick about her friends because of the violence in Israel, the terrorism. So she feels very frightened at home. But that's it, you know, needy and alone and wanting love. And she's loved that Bobby, her boyfriend. She's also right in all of her assessments. So there's something, I would be reluctant to dismiss her as eating too much into this, because it turns, but she doesn't understand at the time that she's correct. It's like she's constantly telling her, she will be betrayed, and these little things are the clues that she refuses to see, or doesn't see, or doesn't want to see. But we can spend time talking about why she doesn't see. And some people get angry at her, like Phyllis Chester was very angry at the main character Judith. She wrote this beautiful thing about this wonderful novel, it's on the floor or something. But she said, you know, why is she so naive? Why, you know, why doesn't she see what's about to happen to her? And not only is Susan, but with what's happening to the partner. Why is she so blind? And I think it's the issue. I mean, when it's trusted, why would one assume that one's going to be betrayed? I don't go through life thinking, you know, someone's going to betray me. Thank God forbid what kind of life is that. But one should pick up on some signals, which she does in this.
But I wonder if we just dig a little deeper into the betrayal. In effect, she's ditched for academic, political reasons. Right?
She's also ditched because, well, I don't want to go too much into the plot, so I'll keep this a little bit vague. But Susie's husband was not to her, and she didn't do anything wrong. It's not Judith's fault, but she's blamed by Susie for this. You know.
Blame the victim.
Well, in this case, you know, I mean, Susie and Dennis, I mean, he's done this, he's been unfaithful for years. And she basically talked about what Susie's not seeing or dealing with. It's just easier to say, well, Judith must have been seductive. She was wearing a red dress at a party, and she seduced my husband. When in fact it was a class party. It was full of students and professors who came on for her because he was drunk. So I don't know if the politics, if Judith standing up for Israel on the committee might or might not have done wrong. Certainly the fact that Susie felt her personal vulnerability, her secret about her marriage. She felt very exposed and vulnerable and naked in front of her student. I mean, you just found out that your husband, I mean, it's terrible. So she turns, I mean, a part of her is embarrassed around Judith, and of course we know when you're embarrassed about someone, there's that wonderful thing that happens in one of Jane Austen's books where she says, I hated her because I had treated her badly.
Yes.
You know, so there's that whole dynamic of Susie's own shame making her turn on Judith. So there's a whole psychological dynamic above and beyond performance. Do you need a light? Do you need a light?
No, we might be under the...
It's very nice, very
It might be intense.
is that better? You can have two. It's fine? Okay. It's getting darker.
It's a conversation.
The
It's
book
a
gets
Dostoevskian
darker.
moment.
The book gets darker.
And let's talk a little bit about transition. circle of friends as well, because this betrayal, it happens in her circle too. Right? I mean, various things happen. You talk about her circle of friends, and the various types of relationships. You know, I mean, that's a lot. But there's lots of
they're good questions, they're easy questions. Judith is very friendly and sociable. She makes friends easily. She's also bright, so she's very respected at school by her professors. She fits in very well. And she gets a gang right away. She's sort of adopted right from the get-go from Cindy, who becomes her best friend. And then two other students. They become a group of four, who she thinks of as the Northwest Southerners. They're all together, four friends. And they're very different. Like Judith, two of them are highly intellectual and cerebral. One of them very acerbic and very political and intellectual. Those economics, which Judith finds very intimidating. The other one was a dancer, but she's a feminist and sharp-tongued. And then there's Cindy. And Cindy is a small-town girl. The university is in a small town, and she's a small-town girl who's never even been to Toronto. She's never left her small town. She's cute and sweet and not particularly bright. She keeps getting C- when they hand back papers. And she doesn't seem to care, like Cass, you know, it's fun. And she's married with a baby. And Judith, to her shame later on, takes Cindy somewhat for granted. She's nice, but you know, she's drawn to the intellectual and intense and other people. It turns out that, again, I won't ruin it because Cindy's a wonderful person, and Judith's understanding later in the book is part of her growth as a person. She's not betrayed by the other two friends, but she loses them. She loses them because they switch programs, they get sick, not because they betray her, but it's an enormous loss for somebody who feels good at school because she has her gang of four friends and a teacher who likes her. You know, that's her world. And then she goes back home. She's alone in the house she grew up in. Her father's dead. So there's his room, there's his kitchen. Like the whole thing is, that's her whole world. And suddenly it starts to disappear.
I want to talk about that house for a moment too. She goes back to her father's house, and there's sort of a scene later in the book, a dark night of the soul. Things go wrong in that house. Well, we're teasing the audience here. No, we're not letting them know. Well, we have to let them know something. So, talk a little bit about, did you consciously think of this as the dark night of the soul, as a sort of a testing of her? Oh, well, so there goes that idea.
There we go, the unconscious, right? You know, we have a house where things break down. I don't know if you have a house. So in the house, it's an old house. Her father, she thought / hoped he'd have money to leave her to Disney. And so there's no money to repair this house. It's cold, it's a Canadian winter, and there are holes coming in, and it's an old furnace, and she hates being cold, and she's cold. It's a terrible thing to be cold. And yeah, and the house is a mess. I mean, it's an old house that she can't afford to take care of, and it's dirty because she's too busy with school. And she worries about if the furnace breaks in the winter, she can't take the bill, and she's terrified of being cold. And then a lot of things start to happen all at once. There's a snowstorm, and she can't get out. It's blocked, and the phone breaks, as happens in storms. And all of a sudden, she's very isolated. And I didn't really consciously set it up as, okay, let's think of excuses to cut her off utterly from the world. We'll take away the phone. You know, at one point, because of the blizzard, she doesn't have food in the house. And she goes, tomorrow I'll buy food. But she gets really busy with her store, and she says, fine, I'll finish up all the crackers and canned goods, and I'll go shopping tomorrow because it's a blizzard. So all of a sudden you have this convergence of events. And I hate being hungry, and she hates being hungry. I related to that too. And just she spirals down. Like if this happens, we're back to the body, we're back to the house's metaphor of body, not body intended, and I saw that after. But I didn't lot of times like this in our lives, where it's just this really bad convergence, where, okay, one bad thing happens, and then, you know, someone dies, then you get sick, then you lose your job, that, yeah, I don't know, just, you know, we all, unfortunately, some of you hopefully haven't had this, but I have, and many people have, where just, it seems like a crazy thing that's happening. It's just boom, 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 boom. And this happens to her. And she hears it, she's like, oh,
Well, now, that's the author speaking. Let me give the critical interpretation of what it really means.
I'd love to know.
Let me run it by you. Let me run it by you, see what happens. Judith is sensitive and alone and somewhat intimidated, and she starts to feel this oppression against her and her beliefs and her people, and then comes this terrible, terrible, I insist on calling it the dark night of the soul. She's cold, she's hungry, she's miserable, and when she comes out the other side, not immediately, but she comes out a different person.
She does.
So, oh, thank you.
Why is it difficult?
No, it's tennis. I'm falling. I want to talk about her aloneness and her friends, how important friends are to her. I'd like to talk a little bit about Bobby. This is sort of a guy question. Bobby, exactly. Bobby keeps offering her things. Bobby keeps consoling her, and Bobby's never quite good enough.
That's right, because he's not Israeli.
Right. So let's explore.
So what happens, you know, this is, I think, this is very typical for people who love Israel, and I suspect, I actually knew someone, a friend, whose feelings for Greece were like my feelings for Israel, and who was in love with a guy in Greece, and no guy in Canada could be good enough, because they weren't, he was like, you know, she would be a real Greek if she was with this guy in Greece, right? It's a sort of psychology. I mean, a lot of people, a lot of immigrants to Israel, you know, it's a standard thing. A Canadian woman goes and marries an Israeli guy, so she becomes totally Israeli, or vice versa. A man goes and marries an Israeli woman. So somebody who wants to be fully merged with Israeli society and with this land, Moshe, her former lover in Israel, who she fantasizes about night and day when she's lonely. Of course, Bobby can't compete with that because Moshe's not real. Well, she hasn't seen him in 7 years. He's married, and she's probably never going to see him again. But he is the land for her. He would make her a real Israeli. So it's really about identity stuff. And actually, during this dark night of the soul, part of what she struggles with is, you know, Bobby or Moshe, even though, of course, it's not a real thing. It's not a real thing, but what is the adequacy of, can a Canadian man be equal to an Israeli man? Of course, she laughs at herself. It's just a stupid question. I mean, that's the person is a person. But we're talking about something very deep and very real, which is, you know, if she settles in Canada with Bobby, she's basically choosing locations and lives through them. And then are ways to access a specific kind of life. She loves Bobby, but he won't live in Israel. So that's not symbolic. That's a very deep level in her mind, from her innermost to the soul. And she doesn't appreciate him. She subsequently does. I mean, the same thing that happens with Cynthia, where there's something about that dark night of the soul and some of the subsequent events where she suddenly wakes up from a lot of her fantasies and a lot of her illusions. Again, that's not giving them tonight because it's a very big thing, but she knows throughout that she's lost Bobby, but he can't really be part of her life because he's
They have at one point, this all crystallizes in an argument that they have, where in effect they're laying out their different views of living in Israel. He lays out his, I've got it written down or noted, but you probably know it better than I do. And they seem like it's like there's going to be no meaning there of any kind. It seems as if that's it.
Well, they have many differences. First of all, he's right-wing and she's left-wing. So they have, you know, you and your hippie friends, and you and your decent friends, and you and your capitalist board, you know. So I mean, it's a lot. Talk about ping pong. I mean, they have major ideological differences. These aren't minor things for a person like Judith. She's she's deeply committed to what she believes. These aren't minor details like, you know, he likes apples and I like oranges. You know, it's huge for her. These are huge things. But the bottom line is he won't live in Israel. And of course, these identity questions, which are very familiar to Canadian Jews, is this, we waiting 2 minutes? Are we supposed to wrap up or something?
Yeah, we're starting.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
We'll start running.
Okay.
No, they're waiting at me, but I wasn't looking.
Oh, I saw something like that.
Hello to you.
I mean, you know, what does it mean to be Canadian? And he says, I'm born here, I'm raised here, this is my home. And she says, it's not your home. You think it's your home, but it's not your home, which of course drives him crazy. I mean, and he gets very angry, and she gets very angry. And she says, you know, you're not even from here. A generation back, your grandparents came here from Russia, fleeing pogroms. And because you're here for one generation, you think this is home. You know, when they lived in Russia, they thought it was home. Jews delude themselves. Your only home is Israel, right? And so this is about diasporic identity again. And these are very fundamental things, and I know of dozens of couples that have split up over, quote, whether you live in Israel, but of course it's not about where you buy an apartment. It's about how you see your place in the world, in Jewish history. What is your basic identity? You know, how do you define that? And, I mean, these are things that the Jewish community, within the Jewish community, there are huge political and ideological, it's a continuum and a lot of arguments.
Well, now I've got, you know, half a dozen more questions. Let's start wrapping. Let me just summarize a couple of things I want to say. First of all, her politics are interesting. It's not just Israel, but a certain kind of politics within that, right? Sort of a left politics, loosely speaking. Also, we're hamstrung by the fact that there's a massive, important, explosive event that occurs, which I think we're not supposed to talk about. But trust me, it's there at the end of the novel. And it transforms everything, which takes you to a satisfying and enlightening conclusion. And yet, what I just said is true. Right? So I think we're being told to start wrapping up. Thank you very much. There's questions, apparently there won't be questions. There'll be signing instead. I imagine you'll permit a question from someone signing.
Of course, and after the book signings, we really want you to stay and drink and talk and socialize. It's a party from now on. So don't go back. And I'm delighted to talk to everybody.
Thank you very much.